What's going on, world? It is I, Timmésha, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. And this is our community because turning pain into power is sexy. Welcome to the colony. I'm your host and creator of our community. I am the queen bee, that's Timmésha B, of this here colony, and I welcome you into the fold. And I can't say hive because Beyonce's got that, but I'm gonna just say it. Welcome into the hive. I say the colony instead. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, we are developing colonies all over this planet and its dimensions and all of the otherworldly dimensions. And so, welcome. Okay, listen, the last video I put up, I was breaking down the 7 symptoms or descriptions according to the DSM, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. I was breaking down the 7 symptoms of anxiety. Now, as you all remember, if you listen to the last cast, if you haven't, please go and listen to that one first before and then come back to this one. But I'm breaking down the 7 descriptions or symptoms of anxiety. Number 1 was in that last video. This is number 2. I am reading excerpt from my book, Activate: Unorthodox Philosophies That Explore Anxiety, Depression, and Suicidal Thoughts as Symptoms of Suppressed Superpower. You can get your copy of Activate on Amazon in paperback or ebook, or you can order directly from me and I will inscribe it, sign it, and send it to you. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours. Yeah. Right? You can order directly from me from my website, TimméshaBurgess.com. So let's get right into it. Number 2. So last video, I talked about number 1, which was restlessness or feeling keyed up or on edge, was one of the first symptoms of anxiety. This is number 2. Number 2 says being easily fatigued. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, all of these 7 symptoms of anxiety, baby, every person on the planet might as well be diagnosed with anxiety. Every person, every child, every baby, toddler, the birds, the bees, the trees, the animals, you name it, the flora, the fauna, everybody got anxiety. Everything got anxiety. If we are solely relying on these 7 definitions that the DSM express. Now, I can talk about these things. I can delve deeply into these things because I am a master level psychologist. I earned my bachelor's in sociology. I have my master's in psychology, and then life has taught me the rest. And so I break these things down in my book, Activate. Now, I break them down from a spiritual perspective. Okay. For those of you who are on the journey of turning your pain into power, for those of you who are the activated, chosen ones, the 144, the spiritual ones, those of you who are empathic, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, you are empaths, you have some sort of spiritual ability. You are probably or have probably suffered from extreme levels of anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. Now, this is my forte. These are the so-called mental disorders that I focus on. But as you all know, if you've read my book, Activate, if you haven't gotten your copy yet, here's some insight for you. I share that these so-called disorders, specifically anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts, are merely the symptoms of suppressed superpower, especially if you are a spiritual person who's not yet come into your spiritual gifts, who has not honed the craft of wielding your power. So here's number 2. Again, being easily fatigued. Here is the activated philosophy. I know exactly what it feels like when you don't even have the energy to just be here, to pray, meditate, or to even get up off the floor after such a long journey of dying and being reborn. I remember lying on my living room floor one night in a fetus position, tears running down the side of my face with several pieces of used paper towels next to me, wishing I could just shrink myself small enough to become invisible. I was so tired of feeling defeated in almost every area of my life, and I was exhausted with the constant demands from my brain saying I was doing too much and that I wasn't doing enough, all at the same damn time. Have you ever felt like you were doing too much and too little all at the same time? This is where you truly begin to lose it. When I say lose it, I mean lose your damn mind. so that so that by some stroke of divine intervention and a wish upon several stars, you would somehow gain a whole new mind. I realized that for me, on the journey through the darkness of my mental health, I was tired as hell. Tired of the way my life seemed to have a default setting automatically gauged for destruction and or close but no cigar at every turn, with mere fleeting moments of happiness. I was fatigued because it seemed like that when I took 10 steps in what seemed like the right direction, I was catapulted back 75 steps. After hitting my level of rock bottom for the third or fourth time in my life, I decided to just lie on the rock for a moment to contemplate why the fuck I was back down here again. After enough times of being on the hard bottom, I finally realized why I was truly tired. The fatigue was coming from the drain I felt from wearing the masks of trying to build a life on the faulty premises that I had been taught, and on which in turn I had taught myself. I was fatigued from the years of playing characters in a play for which I never even knew I had auditioned. Perhaps you too are done with playing dress up and are ready to burn away the costumes, open yourself to what has been hidden from the light of day. If this is the case, your fatigue is much more than just being tired from lack of energy. It means your true power is damn tired of not being properly activated by you and you alone. You also realize that the masks you've been wearing your entire life is the one that is actually feeling and causing the fatigue. It, in turn, is telling you that it is tired of being your front man. So I say, just lie on the rock bottom floor. Lie there and don't get up until the fatigue you feel becomes the exact fuel you need to stand up again. How does it become your fuel, you wonder? You'll finally get tired of being tired. I'm sure you've heard of this before, right? You've heard of being tired of being tired. You've been fatigued for so long that you become bored of it. But until you get to the place, but until you get to this place, don't fucking move. If you only decide to get up to get some water, then do so and lie your ass right back down on the rock bottom floor. After a while of lying there, you'll soon decide that you're ready for a more comfortable setting. Then and only then will you gather the strength from the reserves of your power to allow you to simply stand up and make the step toward your climb back to the top. But this time, you'll be using a whole new strategy to climb to heights you never even thought possible before. Moreover, fatigue sets in when your spiritual body becomes aware that you've been here before, meaning meaning you come into the knowledge that this is your 11th lifetime of coming to the planet to complete whatever missions you didn't fulfill in the previous lifetimes. Your spiritual body is the one that feels the tiredness. And you sometimes think it's your physical body. It is not. Your ancient soul remembers, put back together again, the pieces of you from past lives that you have been here and done this several times over. This is okay. Just know that your fatigue lies deeper in your soul. And the work to ease fatigue is to forge a lifestyle of ease, vacations, peace, and drama-free encounters. Steer clear of people, places, and things that exacerbate the mess. You are here again to fulfill your purposeful missions. And because you are too tired to come here and do this shit again, get it done this lifetime. That is an excerpt from my book, Activate: Unorthodox Philosophies that Explore Anxiety, Depression, and Suicidal Thoughts as Symptoms of Suppressed Superpower. Again, you can get your copy on Amazon in paperback and ebook, or you can order directly from me from my website, timmeshaburgess.com, and I'll inscribe it and sign it and send it to you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for being subscribed here to the Colony of Alchemynity, because turning pain into power is sexy. If you're not subscribed here, I'm pretty sure you're going to go ahead and click that subscribe button after listening to this one. I'll see y'all. I'll speak to y'all in future casts. Ciao for now.